when he first signed on, that he's so happy that the boardwalk is open in Long Beach and he's been able to get outside, and that he feels that there's less pressure, less stress in his back. And that's something I really want to bring into today's practice, is this idea of breathing into our back bodies. And I know last week, if any of you were here, some of you were, we talked about dignity and standing tall, standing with dignity, and bringing that into our practice. And our back body, our back, really represents our connection to the universe. When we bow, we're exposing our back body to the rest of the world. And our back body is really what carries us. Obviously, it also represents what's behind us and our past. And in this time of, all of this unrest in our world and all of these issues that are being brought up, whether or not it's around a political issue or race or our health, our world's health and our environment, I think it's important to really breathe into our back body and connect with that place that not only holds us together, but that reflects upon everything in our past. And it's also where we carry a lot of grief and a lot of stress. So today I invite you to really be mindful of your back body, and we'll start by doing that on our mat. So let's lay down on our mat, coming to a comfortable position in a Shavasana-like pose. You can take a blanket or a pillow under your knees. I'm going to put us on mute. And if you need to tell me something during class, please do so. So coming on to your back body, just starting to allow yourself to really fall into the mat, fall into the earth. I like to imagine that I'm laying on warm sand or in some really soft grass, but just surrender here. Take this time to really breathe into the body. Notice how it feels today. Breathing into the heart center, exhaling out into the back of the lungs, into the shoulders, really allowing the breath to cascade down the back body. And inhaling all the way up to the crown. And this doesn't need to be one thing or another. This is your practice and your breath. And all of these practices I offer are just invitations for you. So if something's not working for you or doesn't feel right, please just take the time to do what feels right in your own body. Even though we are all here together, it doesn't mean that we all necessarily have to move the same way. So just remembering that. Breathing into the heart, into the lungs, underneath the armpits, seeing if you can find a little bit more spaciousness there, no matter where your arms are laying. Breathing all the way down the spine and all the way back up. And starting to bring your awareness to your breath. The breath moving into the body on your inhale, filling the chest, filling the belly, filling the lungs, filling the back body. And the breath leaving the body on your exhale. Belly comes towards the spine. Maybe you feel a little bit more long on the mat. Inhaling for full capacity. And exhaling. And allowing yourself to find a softening of the back body with your exhale. A softening of the forehead, of the jaw, of the hands and the feet. With this softening, allowing more expansion of our breath into our body. So when we hold stress in our body, it really doesn't allow us to create any more space for movement forward or back or contemplation. And so when we really allow ourselves more space to breathe into our body, into our thoughts, our awareness, our contemplation, we can create more freedom for our breath, for our movement, for our compassion for others. Allowing yourself to move your awareness inwards, away from the sensations in this room, starting to travel around the heart center, bringing it to your awareness, how it feels right now in this moment. And with every inhale, inviting more space, more openness. With every exhale, letting go of anything that's not serving you. Breathing into the shoulders, the broadening of the back, the widening of the back body, the lower back. Breathing all the way down the legs to the toes, all the way out from the heart center to the fingertips, all the way along the back of the skull. And slowly starting to make your way out of this position. Take it really nice and slow, maybe sweeping the arms up overhead, pointing the toes, noticing that that movement initiates in the spine, acknowledging the connection of our brain to our organs, to the other parts of the body, this one beautiful whole system. And moving onto your side into a fetal position, just resting here for a moment. And slowly starting to make your way back up into a seated position. Can be any way that is comfortable for you, cross-legged or on your knees. You can take some blocks underneath your seat. And just allowing your hands to be on your thighs or onto your knees. If you have any mudras that you like to practice, you're welcome to bring them into this practice. I like the Gayana mudra, so point your finger to thumb. Bringing the awareness inwards, focusing the breath, filling the body. Sitting tall, and then drawing your back body back. So we tend to lean forward. And so just draw the back body back. Bring awareness to the back body as you sit a little bit taller, gathering up the dignity that you hold through your thoughts, through your actions, your love and compassion, and through this practice. Drawing your awareness to your hands and bringing your hands, one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. if that feels good for you. Filling the belly and the heart center, filling the entire front body with your breath, and exhaling it out. Just 3 full breaths like this, acknowledging the breath, allowing yourself to hold the space of yourself for change, for transformation. On your exhaling, allowing the back body to soften, allowing our grief to be what it is, breathing into that space and holding it, holding ourselves with all of the emotions that we feel, allowing ourselves the space to process. And taking your hands together in Anjali Mudra at the heart center. Sitting nice and tall. Once again, draw your awareness to your back body. Broaden the shoulders, broaden the heart. And we'll open our class here with 1 Om. You're welcome to join. It can be as loud as you want. Inhaling and exhaling into Om. Inhaling. And bowing your heart, your mind, your back body in towards the rest of this world. Bowing in towards yourself, towards inner contemplation as well. And gently sitting up, making your way into a child's pose. Finding your way on your mat. Knees can be as wide as you'd like, sitting your tailbone back towards your heels. Letting the head rest on the earth or a block if that feels good. And just rolling the forehead on the earth. Breathing, starting to bring the awareness into the back body once again. And on your next inhale, lengthening the arms and the fingertips, coming up onto the fingertips. And on your exhale, flattening the palms, coming back down to the earth. We'll do this a few times here. Inflating on your inhale, sending the length all along the arms, the spine, to the crown of the head, back to the tailbone. And on your exhale, settling back down. Staying aware of the back body. Inhaling to find length. And exhaling to come back down again. On the next inhale, draw your body forward, coming into a tabletop pose. Find a nice solid foundation, spreading the fingers wide. Having the wrist creases parallel with the front side of the mat. And hands right underneath the shoulders, or maybe a little bit forward if that feels good for you. Lengthen from the crown of the head back to the tailbone. Hug the lower belly in, breathing into the back body. On your inhale, let the belly drop, let the tailbone rise, arching the spine, coming into your cow pose. And on the exhale, round the spine, arch the belly, really send the back out to the sky. Inhale, coming into your cow. Moving on your own breath, letting the body ride the wave of the breath. Exhale around the spine. A few more times like this, noticing how the body feels, noticing if there's any change in the mind, and connecting in with our breath and using our breath here, our Ujjayi breath. So warming the breath with the back of the throat. Finding some constriction here in this breath, and this helps to tone our vagus nerve, allowing us this quality of ease, stimulating our parasympathetic nervous system and allowing us to find a little bit more space for our breath, for our focus, just calming the mind with this breath. How beautiful is that, that we have that power. And coming back into your tabletop pose, taking a little bit more space. So walking your knees back a little bit more, walking your hands slightly forward. Drawing the energy down into the right hand, into the right arm. Soften the elbow, use the muscles of the arm. And on your inhale, lift the left arm forward like you're going to shake someone's hand. Drawing the shoulder back, broaden the shoulders. And then if you'd like, take the right leg back as well. So opposite side, sometimes it gets confusing when we're watching on the computer. So just whatever opposite side you start with. Reaching forward and back, find that length, breathe into the back body, and then illuminate from there, from the back to the fingertips and the heel. Take another inhale here, and on your exhale, draw it inwards, knee to elbow. Inhale, back out again, illuminate. Exhale, knee to elbow. One more time, inhale out, expand. Exhale, knee to elbow. And release. Left hand comes down. Moving on to the opposite side. So grounding through that opposite hand. Soften the elbow. Engage really into the thumb, the area between the thumb and the forefinger, and then lift the right arm up. Again, draw the shoulder back into the body, widen the shoulders, widen the collarbones for more space here, and then draw the left foot back. Reaching out. Exhale in. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. One more time, inhale forward. Exhale in. And release. Coming back into your tabletop, find your solid foundation in your body, what it needs today. Maybe the hands are wider than usual, maybe not. And then tucking the toes under, starting to lift the knees up off the earth. Take it really slow up into downward dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. And just allow yourself to pedal out through the bottoms of the feet. The feet are really where the back body starts. So the connections through our feet go all the way up the backs of our legs, into our back, into our spine, all the way up to our skull. So paying attention to the feet is also being mindful to the back. And I highly recommend, if you get the chance, to roll your feet out on some tennis balls, or if you have some little yogi medicine balls. They're really wonderful, just giving yourself a little care for your feet. And then on your inhale, start to walk your feet forward. Take as many steps as you need, meeting at the front of the mat in a forward fold. Let the feet be hip distance apart. Let your body drape down. And then feel that pull of energy towards the crown of the head, letting the spine lengthen. Surrendering here, rolling the weight slightly forward. And then rooting into the earth with the front of the feet and the toes. Engaging all the way up, so rolling all the way up the spine, rooting to rise. Inhaling to come to mountain pose, roll the shoulders up and back, palms face forward. Inhale again as you lift the arms all the way up to the sky, root into the earth, find the dignity in the length, breathing into the back body. Exhale, fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, inflate into the spine through the crown of the head. Hug the shoulders back and wide. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise all the way up to the sky. Palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. So we'll just do that kind of half Surya Namaskara A again. Inhale, arms reach up, root to rise, lengthen the legs, the spine, the heart, fingertips. Exhale, hinge at the hips, come all the way down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the legs, root into the earth with the feet. Breathe into the backs of the legs. Illuminate the back body, crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Maybe take a little back bend, lifting up and over the heart. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, just like this. And if I'm moving too fast or too slow for you, you're welcome to move on your own pace. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Chandrasana. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold again. Inhale, rise all the way up. Palms touch overhead. Shoulders back, collarbones wide, reach up and over the heart, maybe a little bit more. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, breathing into the back body. Exhale, fold. Take the hands to the earth, step back into plank, but with that consciousness of the back body, breathing into the back body. Keep it light and illuminated. Widening the shoulder blades, widening the collarbone. Take another inhale here. Exhale, down dog. Maybe take a nice wide down dog, taking the feet and the hands mat distance apart. Drawing the energy up towards your tailbone, breathing all along the limbs from the floor all the way up to that high point. Letting the back body be exposed, letting us be vulnerable, and also showing our back body to each other in this time. Drawing the feet more closely together if you took them wide. On your inhale, find plank pose once again. Lengthen through the heels. And exhale, lower the knees. Hug the elbows back and keep breathing into the back body. Coming all the way down into the earth. On your inhale, lift up the feet and the hands. So palms just lifted. Toes pointed back behind you, lengthening from the spine all the way down your legs to your toes. Exhale, hands and tops of the feet come to the earth, and then press into the hands to come into Cobra Pose. Could be a little baby cobra. Lifting through the heart, lifting through the crown. Exhale, come back down to the earth, tuck the toes, and come back into your down dog. 3 breaths here. Any movement that you need or you'd like, please do. Softening the elbows, pressing into the earth with the hands. Heart moves back towards the thighs. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, look forward. Draw the left foot forward in between the hands, or take any movement you need to get there. Right knee drops to the earth, top of the foot on the earth. Coming up for a low lunge. So we can start with our hands on the earth and allow our pelvis to stay parallel to the front of the mat. Drawing the right hip crease forward. And then take our hands to our thigh. And when we do this, it's important to weight the back leg, weight the back foot, and weight the front foot. So we're really creating a solid foundation for the root of our body. And then hugging inwards and upwards, drawing that left thigh in, scissoring the thighs, finding that dignity, finding that length, and then maybe raising the arms up towards the sky. Again, breathing into the back body. Maybe that allows you to open the shoulders a little bit more. Maybe that allows you to find a little bit more of a back bend as you send the hips slightly forward. One more breath here. And on your inhale, come forward, tuck the back toes under, and step back into down dog. On your next inhale, draw the right leg forward, right foot forward, left knee comes to the earth. You can start with the fingertips on the ground or on blocks. And then slowly, as you root into the front foot and draw the weight down into the back foot and the back knee, really grounding through the earth. Engage that right thigh in and gather up the energy to the hands towards the sky, lifting the heart, breathing into the back body. Widening the shoulder blades. Breathe into the back, all the way down into the sacrum. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale to come forward, placing your hands down on the mat, and then come forward to a forward fold. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, halfway lift, Ardha Chandrasana. Sorry, Ardha Uttanasana. Ardha Chandrasana is a half moon pose. Maybe we'll get there. Maybe that's foreshadowing. Exhale, fold. Root into the earth, rising the arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, and step back with the right foot. Coming back to that low lunge. Inhale, arms reach up, so gather the energy in and up. Exhale, twist, and take your right elbow to the outside of the left thigh knee. Really using your exhale to find space in the body for your twist. Gathering the energy in and up, finding a little bit more twist if you would like. Releasing to come back into center, taking the hands down and coming back into your down dog. Inhale, come forward into plank. Pause here for a moment. Send the breath forward and back. Exhale, lower down. And as we warm up, moving through as you would like, coming to baby cobra or full cobra. Again, extending the legs back long behind you, weighting the legs onto the earth. Exhale, come down and come back into your down dog. Right leg comes forward, coming back into our low lunge. Arms lift up towards the sky. Belly draws in and up. And on your exhale, contracting the belly, making room for your twist. Really allowing our organs to be cleansed. And on your next breath, come back to center, drawing the arms up, and exhale back to the front of the mat. On your inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head once again. Then send your arms long and forward in front of you, like you're reaching forward and back with your tailbone. Sit back into chair pose as you reach the arms up. Stay conscious of that back body, inflate it, and feel that lift of lightness when you do. Allowing the heart to come more forward and up towards the sky. Exhale to stand tall, hands to the heart. Pause here just for a breath. Letting the arms come back up towards the sky. Inhale if you'd like, find a back bend, lift up and over the heart center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, draw the arms out in front of you, find that chair pose. Exhale, hands to the heart, coming to a twist. So rooting down into the feet. On your exhale, twisting to the left, right elbow, left thigh. Inhale, back into center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back into center. Come back into your chair. Pause here. Exhale, fold, release. Breathing into the back body. Inhale. Exhale, right foot comes back. This time coming into a high lunge. So take your time to get there. Really rooting into the earth with your front leg thigh bone, drawing that left thigh back, right hip crease comes forward, reaching the arms up towards the sky, widen the shoulders. On your next exhale, starting to come to the twist with this high lunge. Breathing into the back body, initiating that twist and that movement from the spine down to the right foot heel, all the way up to the crown of the head. Maybe the arms open. And exhale to slowly make your way back, coming to the front of the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms rise up again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, come back into your down dog. Inhale, right foot comes forward. Again, making our way up to a high lunge. So take any change that you need in your feet, maybe widening your step. Finding it's a little shaky for me today, and that's interesting. That's kind of feeling out where I need a little bit more strength in my practice. Inhale to take the arms up overhead, gathering the energy in and up. And on your exhale, come to that twist, opposite side. Allowing your exhales to empty out the body a little bit more, to allow a little bit more space on the next inhale for length. And slowly starting to come back into center, taking the left foot forward, standing up nice and tall. And exhale, arms down by your sides. Taking that right leg back behind you, coming into a wide-legged stance. So both feet parallel to each other. Lengthening the arms out, initiating from the heart center to the fingertips. Again, gathering the energy in and up. Taking it from the root of the pelvis, the tailbone, all the way up to the crown. Expanding from heart center to your fingertips. And then breathing into the back body here, illuminating the back body. Slowly starting to hinge forward with the arms nice and long. You can bend the knees as much as you need. And then taking the hands to the earth. Just releasing, surrendering here. Allowing all of that inner working to unravel towards the crown of the head. The twisting, the contracting of the spine and of the organs, now flushing with blood and new energy, prana. Slowly starting to walk your hands, turning your left foot forward towards the front of the mat. Right foot follows, coming back into your low lunge. Taking the back foot on the floor, right hand on the earth. Inhale, left arm reaches up into a twist, lengthening from the shoulders, heart center to shoulders, really rooting into the earth with the right hand, and the right shoulder roots down. From here, starting to turn your back foot, lifting the knee up, turning the back foot, and coming to a side plank pose. And if that's a little bit too much for your practice today, you can bring the right knee down to the mat, stabilize with your right hand, and lengthen the left leg. Maybe bringing the left arm overhead, drawing that nice long line, breathing into the back body and starting to dip your body back behind you a little bit more. One more breath here. Inhale to come back into four limbs, hands and knees on the floor. And then tuck the toes, coming back into down dog. Drawing the right foot forward, coming back into that low lunge pose, left hand on the earth, left knee on the ground. Inhale, reaching the right arm up towards the sky, widening through the back body, through the shoulders. And then if you'd like, tucking the back toes under, lifting the back knee up, and making your way into a side plank pose. Lifting the hips up and drawing that right arm over. And again, leaning back just slightly. Exhale, coming into plank pose, meeting there. Inhale, find length. Exhale, lower down halfway if it's in your practice, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift up, up dog. And exhale, down dog. And any movement you'd like to find here for a few breaths. If it's finding a rest, that is wonderful. If it's moving through vinyasa, anything that's in your practice. And all meeting in child's pose, taking your knees to the earth, and the feet can come together. Hips back towards your heels, walking the hands out in front of you, forehead rests on the ground. Breathing into the back body. Breathing into all of that space. And slowly again, starting to make your way up into your tabletop pose. And then tucking the toes and coming into your downward facing dog. Just as a transition, take it as you need. Inhale to look forward, walk the feet towards the front of the mat. Coming back up to our halfway lift, root into the feet. Initiate that lift. Take the arms out in front of you, come back into our Uttanasana chair pose. And on your inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Right foot comes out back behind you, coming into our warrior two pose. Again, with the consciousness of illuminating the back of the heart, the back of the shoulders, all the way out to the fingertips, and then allow your body to just come back slightly. So we tend to lean forward. See if you can draw your energy back just slightly and find that dignity from the ground all the way up. Rooting into the earth with the front foot, engaging the thighs in and up. Reverse the warrior, send the left hand back behind you. And on your exhale, come forward into a side angle pose. Right arm reaches up and over. Consciousness of the back body, spiraling the heart center, open towards the sky. Inhale, come back into your reverse warrior. And just finding this movement, this dance here, from one pose to the other. Extended side angle. And then into your reverse warrior pose. Take your time. One more time. Keep breathing into the back body. And on your next journey towards upwards, start to straighten your front leg coming into Trikonasana. So again, gathering the energy in from the feet all the way up, lengthening from the heart center to the fingertips. And starting to hinge forward, taking that front hand down towards the earth. It could be on a block, resting on the ankle, on the shin. Breathing into your back body. On your next inhale, start to bend that front knee. Look forward. If you have a block you'd like to use, go for it. into Ardha Chandrasana. So placing that front hand down, lifting the back foot up. If you like, the back arm reaches up towards the sky, and maybe the gaze comes up if you're ready for it or you'd like to try. You can always fall out. Slowly coming out, taking your right foot back down to the mat and coming to reverse triangle pose. So straighten that front knee, reaching the left arm up and back. And then starting to cartwheel the arms forward to the mat and move through vinyasa. So step back into plank. And if you'd like to come straight to down dog, you're welcome. Or inhale forward, exhale down. Inhale up and exhale back. Making your way so that your right foot is in front. Coming up into Virabhadrasana 2. Rooting into the earth with that front foot, right knee over ankle. Lengthening from heart center to your fingertips, breathing into the back body, illuminating it. Gazing over your right middle finger. And then reverse the warrior, right arm comes up and over. Exhale, come to extended side angle pose. Left arm reaches up and over, root through the back foot. Maybe spiraling the heart center forward and up. Exhale, come back into your reverse warrior. A few times here, moving on your own breath. Bringing some fluidity into our practice. Noticing where the mind goes. Calling it back. And drawing ourselves back up, straightening the front knee, moving into our Trikonasana. Drawing the front thigh bone down, pressing into the front foot, extending forward, and then right hand comes down towards the earth. Root to rise as always, lifting through the heart, through the left fingertips. Breathing into the back. And on your next inhale, look forward, bend the front knee. Maybe using a block, maybe not. Drawing that left foot back and up. I like to try without a block sometimes, even when I have them, just to see how that changes my balance, my position. Rooting down through that grounded foot, lifting up. And coming back down, reverse triangle pose, straighten that front leg, lift through the side waist. And come back into a wide-legged stance. Just gonna turn around to face you. Hands at the hips, lengthening the spine, hinging at the hips, bending at the knees as much as you need, but keeping the legs straight helps to stretch the backs of the legs all the way down to the bottoms of the feet. Breathing into the back body, breathing from the spine and the tailbone all the way down into every muscle, into every nerve, into the crown of the head. And if you have a headstand practice that you would like to get into at this time, I welcome you to do so. And if not, that's totally great. And you can stay here in a forward fold or move in any way that suits you. Maybe it's just practicing by taking your hands to the back of your ankles, your heels, finding more length along the back sides of the legs, keeping your spine nice and long. And if you're in your headstand, starting to come out. And when you're in your forward fold, coming to a halfway lift, heel toeing the feet in, and coming into a squat. And if you'd like to bring a block underneath you, you can do so. If you'd like to bring a blanket underneath your heels, you can also do that. And just coming to this loving squat. Allowing our bodies to be closer to the ground in this way, our root chakra to draw down towards the earth. Again, breathing into the back body. Allowing any tightness that exists here to start to come undone with deep breaths of compassion for everything that exists. And so another option here, if you'd like, you can come onto your back body or move through another vinyasa, making your way into downward dog, or you can bring your hands onto the earth and play with a little crow pose. That's in your practice, just taking your hands down in front of you and your knees up to the top of the arms, to the outer arms, finding length again in the spine, breathing into the back body as you play a little bit here. All meeting back in one last down dog pose. Breathing all along the back, the neck, all the way up to the tailbone and down the backs of the legs, towards the heels, towards the earth. And taking the knees to the earth and coming back to any variation of child's pose that suits you for a rest. Maybe this time the arms come behind you. Also acknowledging this bow. Finding a moment of awareness towards what you bow towards in yourself. What can you honor right now? And surely you can honor carving out this time for practice. This ritual that grounds us, that allows us to create more space in our own mind, body, and hearts for compassion, for change. And slowly and gently starting to Take your hands underneath your shoulders, rising up and taking the legs out in front of you. Finding a staff pose here. Legs nice and long. Take a moment to adjust, no rush. Hands down by your sides. Flex the feet. Expand through the back body. Lean back just a little bit. Arms reach up towards the sky. And exhale, fold forward with a flat spine. So take the hands down to the earth and just lengthen through the spine. Keeping the feet flexed, draw the pinky toes back. Breathing into the back body. And slowly folding down, maybe taking the hands to the feet. If you have a strap or a sock you'd like to use, also welcome to do that. And if not, that's totally okay. And wherever the hands are, that is wonderful. Working in each breath to find length, and each exhale to find surrender. One more nice deep inhale and exhale. And slowly starting to rise up, taking your feet to the mat, bending the knees, and coming onto your back body with the knees bent. Take your arms out by your sides. You can even take a cactus pose or goalpost. And then walk the feet out so they're further apart from each other, not distance apart or wider. And then just windshield wiper the legs. So take it slow off to one side. Noticing how different we can initiate the twist in the body, the different movement of the body. Noticing that this body that we live in allows so many things to happen, sometimes so fast, or probably most of the time so fast we're not cognizant of everything that's going on inside of us and everything that we're doing. This practice really allows us to come back, to be present in our bodies, in our movements and our actions and our words. And keep windshield wipering the knees. Maybe the head moves to the opposite side. Coming back to the breath in the back body. One more time on both sides. And coming back into center, allowing the knees to knock in towards each other. Seeing if that allows a little bit more expansion in the lower back body. And then taking one hand on the belly and one on the heart if that feels good for you. Breathing and acknowledging this wonderful system. All of the incredible things that our bodies can do, led with our mind and our heart. if you'd like, you can start to widen the knees and walk the feet inwards towards each other. Releasing any tension in the shoulders and the back and the spine. Slowly starting to take your hands down to the earth and drawing the knees inwards, drawing the feet slightly back towards your back body, hip distance apart, feet on the earth. Taking your arms as your weight, palms down, starting to lift the pelvis up towards the sky, finding your bridge pose and any variation that suits you. Lowering gently back down to the earth. On your next inhale, lifting the arms up as you lift the hips up, taking the hands to the floor behind you, back of the palms on the earth as you lift the hips up towards the sky, finding this dynamic movement, this dynamic bridge pose. So as you exhale, hands come down, hips come down, like they're attached at a string. And on your inhale, initiate the movement, ground into your feet, engage the legs, lift the spine all the way up. Arms come up above. Exhale, coming down. And you can take it faster or slower, moving on your own breath. And your inhale, fully illuminating, opening. On your exhale, allowing yourself to come back down, to settle in. Take 2 more full rounds. Allowing that last breath to just really settle into the earth. Pausing before your next inhale. And then starting to move towards a legs up. So it could be legs up the wall. If you have shoulder stand in your practice, you're welcome to do that. Or come into plow pose. Just really allowing yourself this time to move as the body wants. Taking yourself out of your mind, not what the mind wants, but what the body wants. And continuously breathing into the back body and expanding it in whatever position you're in. And then initiating any movement and strength from there. You can be playful, or you can be still. Whatever is right for you in this moment. Slowly starting to come out of the position that you were in, if you'd like, or staying there. Taking any last movements that you want to incorporate into the practice today. Maybe you're practicing again today, and that's kudos to you, but whatever it is, whatever you need to do to just loosen up the body, finding more freedom. Maybe it's another bridge pose or a wheel pose. Maybe it's just finding stillness. Wherever you are, staying connected to your breath. And gently starting to make your way into Shavasana Pose. And using any props that you'd like. Allowing yourself to settle into your mat. Breathing into the belly, into the heart. Allowing the breath to move all along the back of the body, into every place where the muscle meets the spine, all the way around the ribs, the side body, underneath the armpits, all the way out the arms, the forearms, to the fingertips. Breathing back in and up towards the crown of the head, and all the way back down again, the back of the skull, softening the shoulders, all the way down into the hips, into the legs, the backs of the thighs, the backs of the knees, the backs of the calves, the heel, the bottoms of the feet. Coming all the way back up the front of the body, bringing that lightness into the front of the feet, the shins, and the knees, and the thighs, and the belly, softening the belly more. Breathing into the heart, breathing into all of the organs. Breathing into every space and every cell inside of you. Breathing into the skin and beyond the surface of the skin. Breathing in peace Breathing in love. Breathing in hope. Breathing into every part of you that you are right now, that you have been, and that you will be, with more compassion. Bowing towards all that is, just with your breath. And slowly starting to awaken the body gently, coming back to this room that you're in, bringing with you any lightness, any ease that you picked up along the way in this practice. Slowly coming onto your side, making your way to your seat. Keeping a soft gaze. Or eyes closed, and I've unmuted us, and some of you have yourselves muted, and that's totally fine. And if you'd like to unmute yourself so we can have one Om together, and if not, that's okay too. So taking your hands wherever they feel comfortable. Sitting nice and tall and breathing into the body, into the belly, into the heart, into the back. And then taking your hands together at heart center. Keeping the palms light. Sitting a little bit taller, gathering up that dignity, that breath, that love and consciousness. And closing our class with one Om, inhaling and exhaling into Om. Inhaling. Bowing to each other, to our own practice, to this world. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'm happy to answer any questions, or if you have any feedback, or if anybody wants to share anything that came up during practice, I'd love to hold space for that. So if you have anything.
Thank you very much. It was a great class. Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Rachel.
you, Karina. Thank you, everyone.
Nice
Thank you
so much.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sunshine. Go breathe into the world. Thank you so much.
Welcome.